Hey folks, it's Fitz Fun Fitness, and I'm coming at you this time in quarantine mode. Stuck in the house just like most of you for the last couple of weeks, trying to figure out what to do. Got a bunch of stuff in my basement, but one thing I came across recently, which I want to share with you guys, was this. It's called the Scoop. And basically it is a piece of equipment similar to a stationary bike, but I don't know if you guys have been hearing lately about the importance of lateral movement in the lower legs. Basically, it goes side to side instead of a cycle going front or forward, rotational. It's a fun little piece of equipment. I'm going to give you a little breakdown of it. I'll tell you this: if you're looking to try to do like a road race, get on a bike and ride across America or something like that, it's probably not going to be that kind of workout. It's not going to get your heart pumping. But if you are looking for something to keep you fit while being able to watch TV, read, just relax, it's a great piece of equipment. As I've gotten older, one of the things I'm getting worried about is balance. Most of us, when we think about our legs, we think that there's quads, calves, and hamstrings. In reality, there's about 30 muscles in your lower limbs, and when they all are working together, it gives you balance and stability. And as we get older, some of those muscles, because a lot of us aren't running around anymore, doing lateral movement, playing tag, cutting left and right, we aren't working those muscles. So it is important to work the majority or as many muscles as possible to have stability. One great way to do that is yoga. Another way is to add some lateral training in. So basically, I'll give you a breakdown. So again, this weighs about probably 18 pounds or something like that. And as I said before, the motion is side to side. And what you just do is I will turn it around. It's got an elastic hooks or loops. So I'll put my feet on either side. And basically, you just pedal sideways. Now, the one thing I noticed when I first started doing this was, compared to cycling or biking, usually that's pushing down with the quads. Most people hammer it. They push down with one quad, right, left. It's more like a pumping motion. Experienced cyclers out there will tell you that they know that you should actually use a circle. You should push down, but it's actually should be a motion where you're pulling with your hamstrings, pushing with your quads, pulling with your hamstrings, pushing with your quads. This is an unusual exercise, because what I found is you actually have to work your lower abs and your hip flexors, because when you first try to do it, if you think you're going to ride like a bike and you just push, you're going, it's very awkward, jerky. So if you're just pushing, it's kind of awkward. If you actually lift your leg with your hip flexors, you can get into a nice smooth motion. And then pause, go the other way. Now, the top of it actually has a little scan mode. It'll tell you how many strides per minute, your count, time. It'll calculate calories, things like that. It's just kind of amusing. I mean, if you want to, you can reset it and just say, okay, I did it for 20 minutes, how many repetitions I did. It also has a dial on the front for adding resistance. Like I said before, I mean, it can get a little harder. It's not going to be like on a spin bike where you're really cranking it out. But like I said, if you're just, want to sit back and watch TV or read, you can easily do this for 15, 20 minutes. What I found is, after you get into a rhythm, like I said, right now I'm not consciously thinking about it, but I am lifting with my hip flexors and my abs, and then I'm just pushing down. It's more of a motion where you feel like you're just trying to get a rhythm going. So again, it's nice because, like I said, as you get older, we're not doing as much lateral, we're not cutting, we're not playing tag, we're not playing tennis as much, that kind of movement, side to side movement. So here you're actually kind of focusing on going to the left and then moving to the right. As you're doing this, you're actually using, in this motion, you're using your outside of your hips as you push, or as you pull them out. You're using your inside, hip flexors, hip extensors. You're using adductors, abductors. You're using your calf, you're using your quad. Like I said, the thing I noticed the most, though, is core. I noticed myself lifting with my hip flexors and tightening my stomach in order to do this. It's a fun piece of equipment. It sells for about $200. So, I mean, definitely not cheap, but it was designed by the gentleman who holds the patent for the lateral pieces of equipment, or the lateral training piece of equipment. You see these at gyms recently for $2,000, $3,000 or more. I found it on one of those crowd sharing companies, but it's past the crowd sharing phase right now. So now it is for sale. So as I said, it's the gentleman who created the whole system came up with this home one. It's got multiple patents. It's a decent deal. I mean, $200. Like I said, it's not cheap, but on the other hand, we've all spent way more money than that doing health health clubs or pieces of equipment we don't use at home, I'll tell you this, there's no problem using this at home. I can easily sit there and watch TV or read. It's a very comfortable routine. You can notice it's not that loud. So again, that's just my update. Again, this is called the Scoop. I'll post information down below, so if you are interested in it, you can look into it. Again, if you are, if we're confined to the house for a little while, or even in the future when we aren't confined, winter time comes, you can put this under your desk or just watch TV and read. It's a piece of equipment I would consider, okay? Hope you all have a great day. Keep your sanity. Take care until next time, I'm Fitz.